Welcome to the video. This is an easy do-it-yourself project, making a miniature Christmas or holiday tree from artificial pine garland, cardstock, and a dowel rod, ready to decorate for display. This is shown in a 1/12 scale, but you can modify it for different sizes or miniature scales. Now it may be a lot easier just to go to the craft section or hobby section and buy some of these nice 6 to 7 inch trees. And some of them are smaller, made from bottle brushes. I have some older versions here that have been pre-decorated and have little faux snow on them. The tall tree with the red block at the bottom was made by a J. Menard in 2010. To make the 7-inch tall by 4-inch at the widest base tree, first I select the garland. These were purchased from craft stores. They come in different styles. The artificial greenery is wound around wire. I cut them to make the branches. Next I choose a dowel rod or a skewer, a wooden skewer, to make the tree trunk, anywhere from about 1/8 of an inch to 11/16 of an inch in diameter. I will be adding a 1-inch tree topper, so I cut my wood piece to a 6-inch length. But of course you can cut your tree trunk to any length. To hold the rod upright, I cut a hole in a plastic bottle cap. This makes the branch assembly a lot easier. I am using 2 paper punches, a 1 1/4 diameter snowflake that has a 3/8 of an inch center, and then the second one is a 1/4 inch star. I selected a green cardstock for the branch supports. You may be able to use other combinations of paper punches. So what I'm trying to do is slide those snowflakes up and down the rod. To make the supports, the first thing I do is cut out from like a 2-inch piece of the cardstock a little star right in the center as much as I can, because then I want to take the snowflake punch and I'm going to center that around the star. Once it's centered, then I go ahead and punch the paper out. And then I try to slide it onto the dowel rod just to make sure I have enough tension on there, because for every row of the tree branches, I'm going to have like a sandwich of the snowflakes. So there'll be 2 snowflakes that surround each row of a branch. In this video, I show 2 of the 7-inch trees using 2 different types of garland. So the number of little branches that you make and the sizes that you make are going to vary depending on the garland that you use for the pine branches. So I go around and I show you the different sizes. So I'll have 10 rings that are sandwiched in between the snowflakes, and then I'll add little pieces and bits on the top to try to cover up the cardstock. So you can vary it and make it whatever sizes that you need to make it, but this is just what I happen to use, and it worked. So I have 10 of those, and I put all 10 of those rings in graduated order on the dowel rod, and then I use a 1-inch tree topper. I've already got some of the rows ready that have been put around the snowflakes, just so you have an idea of what I'm trying to do. And while I said this is an easy project, it is an easy project. It just takes time, and the time is for the glue to dry. So I brush each of the branches, and then I'm going to fill in. And sometimes if I tried to do too many at once, and then everything kind of fell apart. So get like a plastic protector and start to lay your branches down onto the snowflakes. And I'll tell you the size dimensions of the little pieces that I've cut. But just so that you see what I'm trying to do, and you're going to go around and just press it on each of the different branches, and you go around. And I found if I just do a couple at a time, and I press onto it with something I'll show you here in a second. You can use the paper punch or something else just to press on the paper or the cardstock and each of the garland pieces. And using the paper stock or the cardstock snowflake, I just went around, I put glue on the larger pieces of the snowflake arms, and that's where I added the branches. And then you go ahead, or I went ahead and added pieces in between. So I get 12 to 13 pieces of branch for each one of the little rows. And here's what I use to help press the little pieces of garland onto the cardstock. And when I did it, you're just going to have to make sure your branches don't kind of get moved around, straighten it up. And then I placed one of my paper cutters on top for weight. And then I let it dry. For the other garland type that I had to modify it a little bit. This one has little tufts in between little pieces of the wire or the branches. So I just needed to modify it a little bit by making sure the little tufts were going to be at the end of all the branch rings. And then I repeat the process for the 10 different sizes, and then adding the glue. And then I tried to use a little paint container to press down the branches. That's another idea. Here I'm just testing out some other ideas just to see what it might look like, including adding a tree skirt. And I decided at that point I'm going to paint the little dowel rods or the tree's trunk. Here I'm using honey brown, but you could use a green or a gray or any other colors you'd like. In a previous video, I tried to make the vintage little tree stands, the red and green one, out of quilling paper. And I had used, it was going to be a little rod, maybe about 4.5 inches to stick in there. And it's about 1/8 of an inch that would fit inside of the tree stand. But when I got my garland, I noticed that it was a little bit heavy and it kept tipping over my little paper tree stand. So it didn't have enough weight in the tree stand to support the garland that I was going to use. There we go, it tips over. That's just with the tree trunk. So I decided that I was going to use a little bit thicker tree trunk, it ends up being like a skewer. But this one, I'm going to make a shorter tree, and I'm going to maybe make like little skinny trees for the vintage tree stands. I had also tried to make a tiny vintage tree stand, about 1/4 inch, and thinking that my 5/8 of an inch and 1/4 inch little snowflakes would work by gluing some flocking on top of the little snowflake paper punches. So the trunk and the tree base that I have chosen for this project is a piece of dowel rod, but it's really a skewer, like a cooking area that you can get those little wood skewers. I cut it to 6 inches, and then I picked up some of these little round knobs from the craft section, and I drilled a hole so that they would fit. I had to sand off a little bit at the bottom so they would go all the way through. For the tree top, or the tree topper, I make a 1-inch piece, a separate piece that I'm going to glue on the top. So first I cut a 5/8 inch of cardstock, snowflake, and then I assemble them so they look like these two pieces I show you. This is the layout for the 2 different trees, the 2 different garland that I have. So you'll have the little snowflake piece, 1-inch piece, and then 6 1/2-inch pieces to go around. To assemble the tree topper, I place a dab of glue, a large dab of glue, in the center of the snowflake base. And then I take a 1-inch piece and I place it vertically right in the center of that snowflake. And you can either hold it for a while or you can brace it up against something. I'm going to use some paint bottles. So I'm going to take the 2 1-inch pieces, like I'm showing, and place them right in the center of the 5/8 of an inch snowflake paper cut. After about 30 minutes, and the time of drying will vary depending where you live, I remove my little bottle supports. So you can see the 1-inch toppers are glued to the snowflake base. I'll do a similar gluing process with the 6 1/2-inch pieces, gluing them at the bottom and then placing them on the snowflake branch arms. And you'll have to tilt, I'm tilting them on an angle, so you'll have to have a support brace to help you do that. Once you have the 6 1/2-inch pieces glued around, let that dry for another 30 minutes. And here are my 2 different garland tree toppers. Another option to consider is if you would like to add lighting. This is a good time to decide whether or not you want to add the lighting before you add the assembly of the rose branches. I'm not going to put any extra lighting on my tree at this point. So now I'm going to begin to assemble the tree rows. And I do it in a graduated form with the largest pieces going to the bottom, and I slide them on. And I'm not gluing them at this point. I'm just going to slide them all on. Again, the largest toward the bottom, and then moving on up to the smallest. This is why I chose the star for the center of the snowflake branch rows instead of like a circle punch, because that star gives it just a little bit of friction and lets it be a little bit snug against the tree trunk. I apply gentle pressure as I push down, and now I just kind of check to see, the distance I have between each of the rows, which are adjustable because I haven't glued anything yet. And I'm just taking my time, making sure I get the sizes the way I want it. And then you can alternate it so the branches kind of fan out. And what I'm trying to do is space each of the rows so I have a little bit at the top, maybe a 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch before I add the tree topper.
Hey, Ohio State just whipped Texas.
Yep, it's that time of year, the first day of football season, and we were on opposing sides. I'm almost to the top, and I can have about 1/8 of an inch before I add the topper.
Well, it looks like Florida State's upsetting Alabama.
And then I add a dab of glue to the top of the tree trunk rod to add the topper, and just kind of center it and place it and let that dry. And then I repeat the process for the other type of garland, with the largest ones on the bottom going up to the smallest. Once I get to the top, I add a bit of glue to the top of the tree and then add that tree topper and let that dry too. So here are the 2 different types of garland trees I made. You can use them for outdoors, or you can decorate them like a holiday or a Christmas tree. I just got together some of my Christmas stuff. I'm not sure how I'm going to decorate it. I just kind of put everything out, and I filled my trees with a little bit of those pony bead lawn gnomes that I made a while back. And you could use feathers or presents and angels. I made those. You could add candy canes. Just so many ideas. I hope you like and share this project, making a mini pine Christmas tree. Thank you so much for watching.